Hey guys, Blue100, and I'm gonna show you my top 10 favorite Naruto games.
They really think they can get us, they checking the drip when I flip up the building. I'm ready to take on the world, I'm ready. You can't stop me now.
Hey guys, Blue100 back again with another video, or in this case, another Naruto video. Yeah, so this is the first Naruto video of the year, and sadly, it's the only Naruto video of the year. Because as per year, I should have at least one or two Naruto related videos since it's the first batch of videos I've done on the channel. And ever since, 2012? I've been doing less Naruto content on this channel, which shouldn't really happen because that's what started my channel, not Beyblade or Dragon Ball or whatever. Anyways, today's video will be a remake / redux of an old ranking video I did 10 years ago. And that video I'm referring to is my top 10 favorite Naruto games. Now this is a video I wanted to remake for a while, and I've been planning this since 2018 or maybe 2015, because since then we've been getting more Naruto games, some good, some not so good. Also, at that time my original list consisted of games I've owned or could only show off, and for some reason I included games that I didn't enjoy or ones that weren't so good, like Ninja Council 4 and Kizuna Drive, which didn't make sense to even add those on my list because that video was supposed to focus on my favorite Naruto games, not ones that I thought were bad. Anyways, this list will contain some of the games I've ranked in my original video, but this will contain some new ones as well. My criteria for the games are story and gameplay. Graphics as well, but that won't matter that much. Also, this list is just my opinion, so don't be a dick about it in the comments. So let's start the ranking. Number 10. Naruto Shippuden, Naruto vs Sasuke, or Ninja Council 5. Ranking at the bottom of my favorite Naruto games is Naruto vs Sasuke, aka Ninja Council 5. Originally at number 4 on my original video. Yes, this is the sequel to Ninja Council 4, aka the one I disliked. This game takes place after the battle with Sasori and Datara. While the story in this game only goes up to the Sasuke reunion battle, it's still a fun game and experience. While Ninja Council 4 only had 5 playable characters, this one adds more playable characters such as Sai, Yamato, Shikamaru, Sasuke, Jiraiya, and Nine-Tailed Naruto, with support characters of course. The game contains its gameplay style from the previous Ninja Council game, but has some changes to it. While the game does have its flaws, it's still a better game and more fun than the previous game. Also, for some reason, this game didn't add the English dub voices. I'm not sure if it was like that in the Japanese version, but it was an odd choice not to add it in this game. Number 9. Naruto RPG 2, Chidori vs Rasengan, the sequel to RPG 1, aka Path of the Ninja. Yes, this game is the actual sequel to the first game and not the one we got. Originally, this game was supposed to be higher on the list, but I moved it down because personally, I think the game after this is a lot better. RPG 2 is a direct sequel to the last game, and it ends off with the Sasuke retrieval arc, with the addition of a what-if battle at the end, where the Sasuke retrieval squad, including Sakura and the 3 Sand siblings, go to Orochimaru's hideout to follow and rescue Sasuke, which I thought was a cool addition to the game. The graphics and gameplay are the same as the original Path of the Ninja for the most part, with the addition of adding not just a 4th ninja to your squad, but a 5th and 6th member, which I thought was really cool. While that concept was in the first game using Kakashi or Jiraiya as your 4th team member, it was barely used and you couldn't really utilize it in the rest of the story or game, unless if you use action replay. So I'm glad they improved that in this. Also, yes, I am aware this game is in Japanese and was only released in Japan. So you might be wondering, how the heck did I understand it or was able to finish it? Honestly, I just winged it. Although I don't understand kanji, I just wing it just like with the other RPG / Path of Ninja games, and was able to finish it without using stuff like Google Translate or searching up a playthrough of this. I even hacked the game via action replay after beating it, and was shocked that I can use the other characters' moves in ninjutsu, but sadly only Naruto can use those moves. This game is so much fun, and I had a blast playing it back in 2013. Number 8. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Heroes 3, originally at number 2 in my original video. The long-awaited sequel that came out 2 to 3 years later, and I was super excited for it back in 2010. This game's story goes up until the battle with Hidan and Kakuzu, and like with the previous Heroes games, it has a filler story. At the time, this had the craziest character roster in any Naruto game, even including characters such as Pain 1 through 3, Konan, Possessed Kabuto, Minato, Young Kakashi, and Obito. The gameplay is slightly different from the previous 2 games, and at times, I prefer it than the previous 2. I especially love the team secret techniques. I think this is one of the first few Naruto games, besides Clash of Ninja Revolution or Gekito Ninja Taisen that did this concept before Ultimate Ninja Storm. Not much to say about this one, but it's a game that I cherished as a kid and will still be one of my favorite Naruto games. Number 7. Naruto Path of the Ninja 2 or Naruto RPG 3. Originally at number 5 in my original video. Path of the Ninja 2 is another filler Naruto game, this time having characters that actually appeared in a Naruto episode or episodes, which I found to be weird, but interesting at the same time, and I honestly didn't know the villains in this game appeared in the show until years later. The story for this game was very interesting for a Naruto filler game. I remember being really invested in the story that I would play this game for hours and hours. Heck, even I would go to McDonald's just to use their Wi-Fi to play online. The boss fights in this were really exciting to beat. Each of the Hope Mirrors were pretty much the various arcs in the original series. For instance, the first, or in this case, second mirror, was based on the fight with Haku and Zabuza. The third being based on the tuning exams, or the battle with Gaara. The fourth being based on Itachi and Kisame. And the last Hope Mirror boss battle that's based on the battle with Sasuke in the Final Valley, which is my personal favorite out of the 4 Hope Mirror boss battles. The other boss battles in the game are pretty cool as well, especially the Spirit Beast, which just looks insane. As I mentioned earlier, I won't talk much about the graphics in these games, but this is an exception. The graphics in Path of the Ninja 2 is an improvement over the last 2 games, and it's a reason why I rank this one over RPG 2. I also prefer the gameplay over the 2. The only thing I dislike about this game is unlocking characters. Unless if you have action replay, unlocking these characters via Wi-Fi like Sasuke and his curse mark second state, Nine-Tail Naruto, Haku, etc. are so tedious and make no sense sometimes. Other than that, I enjoyed this game back in the day, and even now. Number 6. Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3. I think this game would be on everyone's Naruto video game list. This game is awesome, from its story mode to the gameplay itself. I love playing as the awakening forms for some of these characters such as Nine-Tail Naruto, Sasuke's second state, along with the other Sound Ninja 5's second states, etc. The soundtrack for this game is awesome and is very nostalgic to me. One of the few things I really like about this game were the jutsu clashes. I think this is the first Naruto game where they had this concept, and then it was Storm 1. It's really satisfying. Although I don't own the game nor a PS2, I did play it and own it for a while back in 2009. But then I gave it to my cousin because he owned a PS2 and I didn't. Not much to say about this game, but it's one of the few Naruto games I highly recommend. Number 5. Naruto Clash of Ninja 2. Originally at number 8 in my original video. I honestly don't know why I put this at the bottom of my list back then, but after playing a lot of it back in 2013 through 2015 with my cousins, it's a really fun game. This game was the Budokai of the Naruto games. This game improves not in its character roster, but in its fighting / combat system. The combat in this game feels smooth, unlike the first game, where some characters' fighting styles felt kind of stiff. I know some of you might prefer Gekito Ninja Taisen 4 over this, and that's fine. I think the game looks great, but the thing is, I never played or owned it. I wish I owned the game, and it can possibly take over this spot on the list. But for now, I choose Clash of Ninja 2 instead. Number 4. Naruto The Broken Bond. The sequel to The Rise of a Ninja. I personally love both games, but if I had to choose one, it's The Broken Bond. Just like with the Storm games, this has a free roam mode, which I think this is the first Naruto game that had that concept. Unlike the Storm games, this game's free roam is a lot better. You can literally go anywhere in the game, from the Leaf Village to outside the village. Yes, I know you can do that in the Storm games, but you were very limited to some areas, which didn't really make it a good free roam mode. The gameplay is pretty similar to Rise of a Ninja, but has a few improvements. Even if the game can be a little clunky and a little laggy at times, it was still a lot of fun. Now the next 2 games are pretty much tied, so I just combined them both. So at number 3 and 2 is Naruto Clash of Ninja Revolution 2 and 3. While Revolution 2 was originally at number 6 in my original video, Revolution 3 is still at number 3, or even number 2. I honestly love both of these games, so I decided to put these 2 at both number 3 and 2. If I had to choose between the Clash of Ninja games or the Clash of Ninja Revolution games, I think I'd choose the Revolution games. While they're not perfect and have its problems, they're still fun games to play with, especially while playing it with people. While Clash of Ninja Revolution 2 is another filler game, Revolution 3 is a Shippuden based game, which for some reason only covers one arc, even if it has characters from later arcs. Gameplay wise, it's pretty much the same as the other Clash of Ninja games. The characters in these 2 games were huge at the time. It probably had the most amount of characters in a Naruto game at that point until the Storm games. I remember trying to unlock Anbu Kakashi in Revolution 3 because he was a character I really wanted to play, and unlocking him was so difficult. Another thing I love about the Clash of Ninja games is the music. I love the music in the other games on this list, and even the Storm games, but this hands down has the best soundtrack in any Naruto game. Overall, I think both of these games still hold up, and that's why they're both at the top of my list. But what can possibly be my all-time favorite Naruto game on this list? Cause last time it was Ultimate Ninja Impact in my original video that made it to number 1, so what about this time? Before getting to that, here are a few honorable mentions. The Ultimate Ninja Storm trilogy. While I do like the first 3 Storm games, I do think the later ones after the first 3 were huge improvements. Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. Just like with Storm trilogy, this game is also good, but I just don't think this would make the top 10 in my favorite Naruto games list. Path of the Ninja 1. I honestly don't think it's bad as everyone says, but honestly I think RPG 2 and Path of Ninja 2 are much better sequels. Ninja Council 3. Character roster is good, but it's very lackluster as compared to the other Ninja Council games. Ultimate Ninja Impact. Like I mentioned before, it was originally in first place in the original video, but now, looking back, most of the game isn't that great. Rise of a Ninja. Personally, I prefer the Broken Bond over this, but this was also a good game. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Heroes 2, The Phantom Fortress. This game is also fun, along with the first Heroes game, but personally I think Ultimate Ninja Heroes 3, along with Ultimate Ninja 3, is a lot more better than this game. Jump Force. Yes, this is considered a Naruto game. While this game has a lot of problems, it's still fun, and besides playing Naruto characters, you can play other shonen characters, which is a plus for me. Now on to number 1. Now my all-time favorite Naruto game is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. If anyone were to ask me what my all-time favorite Naruto game was, it'll have to go to Storm 4. I really love this game from its story, its gameplay, character roster, etc. This is one of the few Naruto games that legit almost made me cry. What I especially love in Storm 4 are the boss battles. They really upped the ante when it came to the boss battles in this game. From the beginning boss battle between Hashirama versus Madara to the final battle with Naruto versus Sasuke. I also love how this is the sequel that brought most of the mechanics that were in the first game, such as walking on walls, even if that was only in the story mode. I just wish they brought back jutsu clashes though. But nevertheless, it was cool to see that again. The only problem I have with this game is the online. Oh, I'm not talking about stuff like internet connections or people rage quitting, but at times the game would randomly crash while you're playing with someone online, unless if that's just me. I mentioned earlier the character roster, and yeah, just like with Budokai Tenkaichi 3 and Xenoverse 2, this has the biggest character roster in any Naruto game at that point. Literally, you can play as any character from Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, and a few from Boruto as well. This even improved the problems the previous Storm games had, especially Storm Revolution. Sure, while the game isn't all that perfect, to me, this is my all-time favorite Naruto game. So that's about it for this ranking video, and I want to know what are your guys' top 10 or what are your favorite Naruto games? I would like to know in the comments down below. But anyways guys, that's about it for this video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Link will be in the description below. And make sure to hit that notification bell so you will never miss an upload. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and like always, I'm out. Peace.